I am sorry you guys have not been coming in here. I was originally, I can't speak. Originally I was gonna come on here, I think Wednesday, but I just totally forgot. I mean, y'all, that's work life right there. There's some days I'll come in here and do what I would do with you guys, and then there's some days where I just totally forget and just life itself just speeds on me, especially especially work life does that too. Cause I mean, y'all, if anyone, let me just say this: if anyone's not like me and you are literally a rookie out in the work field, y'all know how that can get. Even if you only work a couple of days out of the week for um not long periods of time, your brain can just still get pretty tired and just out of it that you just totally forget. And so I'm back now on my second day off and all that since I am off today. Um and all that. Um but anyway, I need to start thinking a little bit bigger now. But anyway though, if anybody here is new here, welcome. And if you are a returning subscriber or moderator, welcome back. Um Also feel free to hit the like button and the subscribe button plus the notification bell and set it to all notifications so you get all latest updates from live streams to videos, shorts, all of it that get posted, and even updates that come out that you might not want to miss that might come out possibly when I think of those, or who knows, or if that ever slips into my mind. But it's always important to definitely be tapping all that so that way I can get all the updates. And and I mean, who doesn't want to miss anything like that? I wouldn't. And so, um, hang on, let me just fix my dang pillows. I swear I've had to fix these a couple times and ugh, they're about making me nuts. I mean, that's what it does. So, anyway, let me look at my chat because I do see a couple of people coming in here. Let's see here. We got how do I just okay, you got hey there. How do I call you? So I can try to find something for sure. I'm not trying to butcher your names here, but I'm just gonna find something close to it. I call you until I know it. For sure. Um We're gonna call you that until I can figure out your actual name without missaying something. So I can tell you're new here, so welcome. Um Hey there. Let me see. I did see somebody else. I'm gonna say the last half of your name because I'm pretty sure that could be you, but Ella, welcome. I'm just saying the last part so I don't butcher names until I know it for sure. Blaze, welcome. I can tell you're new. Um, Ursula, I can tell you're new. Welcome. Um, that's a cool name. Um, Harky, I can tell you're new too, so welcome. My, hang on, my classmate just beat cancer. Can you give a shout out to Dixon? Oh, that's awesome. I am so happy to hear that your classmate beat cancer. I'm definitely giving that person a shout out. Definitely a big shout out to Dixon for killing it. That's awesome to hear. Definitely, definitely, that's a good little reminder for anybody. It doesn't have to be cancer. You just definitely, whatever you're going through this season, what if it's medical diagnosis, what if it's financial stuff, you name it. Don't ever give up. Don't ever lose hope, especially when things like that can just really shut you down and all that. So I'll definitely give that as a little motivational, little push for everybody to do. Not, it doesn't have to be during times of like when you hear about a cancer diagnosis or anything. It can be anything from financial costs to figuring out what to do next. Job careers, or just even getting a job or just seeing what God's got in store is really what it is. But just like I said, don't lose hope because y'all we'll think hope is gone during some of that when it's not. Like, trust me, I've been there kind of before. A little, but not like to the point where I'm like, okay, I'm done completely. Like, there were a couple of points where I was almost kind of there. With me trying to get a job for 4 years and an answer just to get cleared, and finally this month I was able to start working this month. Um, I mean, I knew I already got the job a month ago because I had my little orientation rundown a month ago and all that. And so, I'm just blessed to actually have prayers answered for the first time in 4 years, aka since I was 16. For those of you that do wonder how long to by age, just crazy. So ever since I was a high schooler, like anybody. But yeah. Hey there. Who else am I seeing in my chat? Guts. That's a cool name. Welcome. I could tell you're new. Um, I'm feeling really down lately because my knee grows. Oh, really? I'm sorry to hear that. Hey there, Sam. I can tell you're new. So welcome. Cool. And we're getting a lot of new people. That's awesome. A big shout out to everybody that's new here because I'm seeing a bunch of new accounts, which is awesome because I always say on my channel, the more people we get, the better. Because y'all, I'll just say this, it's good to grow a channel regardless because if you just have a channel where, let's just say you had a total of like maybe 15 people every single time, what if it's on videos and all that? That's just boring over time. So the more you constantly get is good because then you're actually building a foundation, not just on something that's there. Like some of y'all, let me think here. Some of y'all actually should have I mean there's a couple of y'all that been around since I hit the hundreds on here before I was finally in the thousands. Ah, on here. Um and I mean it's still crazy how I remember that too. But oh, hang on. Allergies. Anyway, who else do I see? Exactly. Yeah. It's pretty wild, y'all. I can't believe it. And so, um, but yeah, y'all should have been around like a good year or two ago when the hundreds were just starting. Like, let me think. I think it was one day either I posted something or I just checked stats on subscribers and all just to see what we were. And at one point, I looked, y'all, we were at that time, literally, I was literally in the freaking hundreds. I'm like, holy, what did I just see? Because that was kind of a first for me. Like, and I was like speechless, like the good kind of speechless that was very, I was like, wow. I woke up to numbers tripled overnight. And y'all, let me just say that it was not they had that today. It was y'all that did that. That's because more of y'all were coming together. And that's what a community does is come together and help. Not just to help, but come together as a whole and actually support and actually show it and not just play around support and just, show off. And so I will say this, if that day I didn't wake up a couple years ago and seen the numbers like that, I y'all, and I will just say this, now I actually kind of did look and now we're at like 1.31 or so K of you guys, which is incredible. Like, y'all, keep supporting because that's crazy awesome. And like I said, the more we get, the better. Yo, let's go. 6 people like the freaking chat. We're definitely kicking off to a good start. But yeah, supporting is always a good thing to do, regardless. Because, it definitely helps out with anybody. But yeah, I mean, I was just speechless when I remembered finding it. I was crazy that day go. But yeah. Yep. Thanks. I appreciate it. But yeah. Ugh. Some of my allergies are doing it to me. Even though I think I already took an Exertide today. So that's just great. But it's also because weather's going back and forth and just all the things. And we all know how that goes. We all do. And, yeah. But, yeah, we're just hanging out though, y'all. Let's see here. Hey there, Orlin, that's a cool name. I can tell that you're new, so welcome. Hopefully, you're doing well and all that. Hopefully, everyone else that's just coming in here is doing well too. For those of you who haven't already. But, yeah, we're just chilling, hanging out. So, y'all can feel free to ask questions, just all with questions for all of my new incoming subscribers that are most of you so far in here. As just an FYI, please be sure with questions you do ask appropriate, aka age appropriate questions. So they can be anything, but just don't ask anything that sounds that it could be uncomfortable from my opinion or just questions that are stupid. Because let me just say this. On my channel, I do not tolerate any kind of negativity or even questions that are just stupid, you know. Because, there's people out there that can ask probably the dumbest things that you can think of, and they just be wasting their time asking stuff when really they could just be asking normal questions like, how was your day? What's your favorite color? What's, you know, anything. And not stuff just stupidity wise or even politic based. Because, y'all, even people, these, especially nowadays, politics are just chaotic with a bunch of crap, and people just start really going for it, and it's just hideous. And y'all, for someone who's 20 years old and I've seen how all that's went, I know how all that goes because there's people that with politics they just go, oh God, and just acts like they're cruel when they just don't know how to even act or even do kind of things in a way where it's manageable and all that. So, um, yeah, hey there, um, Boong. Oh my God, I'm not feeling my chat. Anyway, how are you doing? And also, FYI, I will go ahead and address this too, since this is kind of starting. Just as a friendly reminder for everybody too, please be sure that you aren't repeating certain sentences over and over, kind of like right now it's happening as we speak. Because not me, not a mod, but a YouTube administrator will block you on their half because they will think you are purposely or trying to spam the whole chat. Some people do it to get just to get attention, just like normal, but some people try to do it that way, like kind of right now I'm kind of seeing. So just thank you. Kind of just as it's okay. I'm just kind of just saying that now just before it does happen. Because I would hate for somebody to, let's say I'm talking and I'm not seeing the chat right away and they're trying to get my attention and, they get kicked out by that. I just hate if that happened to that person. And let's say if it was one of my really good subscribers, I just don't want that to ever happen and all that. And so, um, Chloe, welcome back. How are you doing? It's been a minute. Hopefully you're doing well. Also, when you join the Hofer Crips, if you have a chance, let's see, can I be mod? Ursula, first off, let me ask you this. How old are you? Just so, cause I kind of do have a age limit for mods. I mean, I actually have done it in a way where it's easier and manageable. So, for example, if you are anywhere between 13 to 15, I would be able to make you a standard mod, which you only would just be deleting comments in just the beginning parts of modding. But if you're 16 plus, like normal age, then I'll put you as a managing mod. That just means you can do everything from blocking, muting, deleting, timing out people, all that. And actually, y'all, I do ask that just for hang on, let me stand up for a second. Um, I do ask it just for safety purposes, because I don't want someone going, oh, you know, I'm 10 or I'm 11, you know, because it's just for my own safety and my good. And okay, just what age exactly are you, so that way I can let you know, and I also do have and also for my mods, but I don't usually go to explain it until someone does ask me off bat. So, okay. I'm 20, almost 21, and all that. Raymond, welcome back. It's been a minute. How are you doing? I've been good. Just kind of, just reality and all that. Okay, so are you like past 16 by age then, probably then? That's at least the range if you're saying if it's high. That probably means maybe within that window. Okay, perfect. Okay, yeah, Ursula, you were in the clear to definitely do it. So now I'll be able to fully tell you how it works. So, what you do is go onto my channel, go to the post tab, and you'll scroll down about a good halfway until you'll see a post that will say for my incoming mods that it'll just say it will start off saying for all my incoming mods it'll be from like a year ago. And then there's a link on there. You press that and it's a Google form and you just answer a couple quick little questions and be honest with it. And then let me know when you finish and then I'll check through it just to make sure that we're in the clear. And I will go ahead and show you which one because I have two because I do have like a separate one for um my standard mods that are within the 13 to 15 window. Um, and so I'll show you which one since you're within the 16 plus window. Hang on, let me just do something real quick. So give me just a moment. And for hang on, let me see what else my chat's going on in here. Watching the World Cup at all. Not really, to answer your question there, Levon. I think you're new too, I think. So welcome. I can't even tell. That's good. There, Raymond. What else am I saying? Okay. Okay, I will pull it up and show you because I have like two of them. One's just for my beginner mods and one's for like mod range. So I'll show you where to go to. So give me just a second to get it logged up so I can show you. So hang on, give me just a minute to hold up. Give me just a minute, y'all. Hang on. Let me just get it somewhat pulled up and then I'll show y'all what to do. So hang on. Just a second. Okay. Me. Okay, hang on. Let me get this. Okay. Sorry about that. I was doing something. But let me real quick come over here and get it pulled up. So that way, um, I can show you how to go into it. Let me see. I do see someone else. Oh, let's leave on that there. The fan type. Alright. Okay. Hang on. Let me real quick pull it up. Hang on. Let's see. I'm just going to. So, like I said, go to my channel, which is right on here. Then you go. Hang on. Let me just X out this real quick. Then you go to where it says post. So there'll be a. I'll show you. I'm now on it. So you'll come onto my channel. You'll see here it's kind of low focusing. Oh shoot. It says post on it. You'll tap that. Then you'll go down. Okay, hang on. Sting. So some of you will get this a little bit confused, but for example, this is the one that's the 13 under, but you're older, so I'll show you where that one is, which is only a couple more posts down from here. which is not too far from here, y'all. So let me pull it up. We're almost there. And right here. So, um, Ursula, this is where you'll go, and it will be from a year ago. And then you tap that link and then just fill out a couple quick little questions. And then be sure to let me know when you are done. So, for example, come off live, complete that, and then come back on and let me know, hey, and just let me know that you completed it. And then I'll look back and make sure it's all good and then put you on the spot. And that goes for anybody that I do mod. And like I said, I don't just go, okay, mod you directly all the time because, it's hard to trust certain people these days. I will say that. But, um, oh, oh, geez, good lord. God. Oh, allergy attack. I mean, what can I say? Allergies are crazy these days. Regardless. But, yeah. But yeah, just let me know when you finished with that, and then I will, check it. And I'll keep this on standby so that way it's like around me when you get done. Anywho, yeah. So, sorry about that. I was getting something in my system just to, so I'll just clear my throat for a second. But, yeah, but if anyone here is new here, welcome. And if you are a returning subscriber or a mod, welcome back. Currently, all we're just doing is we're just hanging out at the moment. And if you haven't already, be sure to like and subscribe down below. And if, again, it's the same lines of what I'm saying. And be sure you also are hitting the notification bell and set that to all notifications if you have not done that. But if you have, do not listen to me. Because, that's just what we do here. And, yeah. Okay, let me, hold it up. Alright. Yeah, let me pull it up real quick. So I'm just pulling it up real quick so I can check it real fast. And then I'll be sure that we're in it there. Seems like we're pretty much in it clear. Pretty good. Okay, there we go. Pretty good. Pretty good. Yes, we'll be sure to check. Okay, pretty good. Okay, so I was looking through that and I'll go ahead and clarify it. Let me just do that really fast. Oh, hold up. Let me put it right here. It's taking me a moment. And Ursula, welcome to us. Alrighty. Yeah, let me go and put this on the charger just so that's really. Oh, hold up. I did y'all the wrong way. But let me just put my iPad on the charger just so it stays. But yeah. I will tell you, mods help me out so much because I'd rather there be a good a good amount of us helping out with with all chaos that might happen in here than there it being one person, aka me, doing all. Cause y'all, I will say this: who wants to be the one person literally playing victim for like an hour or two? Not me. I will just say that right now. I would rather not be the person constantly being like trying to act like I'm chaotic to y'all when I'm just telling y'all my own perspectives. But with mods, it helps me out so much and it helps out ease me and I can do what I do. And because like I said, who wants to have additional responsibilities? Not me. What I should only be responsible, y'all, in my own channel is interacting with you guys, answering questions, and having fun, not having to constantly get on to multiple people for not respecting or just not doing things they shouldn't be doing. And it getting to, or it trying to get to the best of me, you know? It's just simple. And so I will say a big shout out to most of my mods who come in here. Y'all are very helpful with all what you do, because y'all help me out a bunch, and even y'all help me out to where I don't have to actually lose my cool, because oh, I will just FYI this now. Y'all would not want to see me in that situation ever. I'll just say that out because let's just say how that goes is a whole different story. Because mm, I feel like the last time I've had, in general, I feel like I've had to lose my cool was just during was during some old friend drama based on like a couple of friends I used to be friends with a couple years ago, but then I actually um am done with at least a couple of them for good because of what they did, in which they know what they did. And so, and even I remembered, um, but it was because on this day, um, oh, let's just say this. A couple of friends that I was friends with back in the day of mine, um, let's just try to say one of them that, I mean, both of them were blocked regardless, but let's just say somebody else around them made a group chat with at least two of them with 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 two of my friends that I had blocked and due to the situation, and then with others around them that they knew through me, but also that they gotten to know too. And even my boyfriend was involved too. And oh, y'all should have seen my temper going back and forth. Like, y'all should have seen how ticked off I was. Like, I will just say this now, and this is why even I say it on here, because, and anyone that also does wonder, and y'all, I will say this, my zodiac was a lot too about it as well. Um, because I'm a Libra, and y'all, Libras do not like drama. We literally keep the peace and try to keep it centered enough to where we're not having to try to be involved in any of it. And that's why even I am on top of it a lot. Because, I'd rather keep it in between than it going full chaos, and it just, you know, make my brain want to explode, you know? And so, yeah, so let's just say, long story short, I was getting furiously ticked off. Like, it was chaotic. And I'm like, okay, I'm late. And I was this. Every time that new group chat of theirs wanna keep popping up, I would immediately get out there just so I don't have to deal with their crap. Cause, and let me say this, for anybody in general, um, that's been in similar situations like that with your friends and a couple people, even one person in that chat. Let's just say you and that person were good friends for a good amount of time or so, or even for a good, or just for a couple years, and all of a sudden they just act like an idiot to the point they really, really went at your limits. That's when you know, okay, you're done for. Because, y'all, the thing is, we will know when that person's done for, because here's the thing. Every time any of us or anyone will try to give you the amount of chances we can, we'll give it till we had it. Like, I about had it with one of them. One of them, I kind of had it with them. But, um, yeah, it was a crazy, long story short. And so, and yeah, like every time it kept, um, but yeah, it will, but yeah, every time though it came up though, literally, y'all, I literally started going insane. Cause I'm like, seriously? Like, I literally was almost yelling of how bad it got. And even, even I was telling my boyfriend even about it too, because even he was in the dang group chat. But I told him directly off the chat. Like, I even say nothing in that chat whatsoever. I just left it. And even I told him, and even my best friend, because she was in the chat too. And, literally, it was stupid. It was literally the stupidest thing ever. And at one point, it was probably about 8 something my time at night. It was at least 8ish or so, like late, maybe 8:30, 8:40 ish at night. And, um, all that. And my boyfriend and I that night were supposed to be talking at around 9, like normal, just to see how he's doing and all that, because that's what we do. Like normal couples should be doing. Um, and y'all, I will say this. My man literally, at one point, luckily, he straight up called me, directly FaceTimed me. And he and I actually talked more like an hour. So from like 8 something till like a little bit, like way past 9. And I was glad that he was on the call with me because, hmm, is he helped me out a little bit, but also he did had to hear, but also he did act, and I will say this, he did in fact had to hear me lose my temper, aka lose my cool, because of the situation, because it kept just at one point coming back. So I literally kept losing it. And y'all, I feel like honestly, that was the first time I think he's ever heard me ever get that that ticked off before. Because he's I mean, he's seen me kind of get mad, but not like, not like, I mean, he's seen me, like, of course, irritated and things like that, or other situations that made me go crazy for it, but not to where, like, but not to where I'm almost screaming at, like, I'm almost yelling it. Like, I'm almost yelling, but not violently yelling it, but, like, enough to where it's not disturbing my parents and everybody out here, but enough to where it's just me and myself only in here doing it and just really getting the range out of me. And so the fact that he had to hear, the fact that my boyfriend had to hear his girlfriend range the temper literally for like the first time over this situation. And, I mean, y'all can relate to, I mean, any of us can relate to that because, I mean, when anything like that happens, we'll get a certain way. Like, we can get angry to that point, or we can just start going insane for a bunch of it. And so, um, but, um, yeah, it's pretty crazy. And so, um, yeah, but anyway, but yeah, it was crazy though, y'all. And so, but y'all, my boyfriend though that night was truly, truly amazing though. Cause like I said, like I said, I was thankful was on the phone with me when that was happening because y'all, I will say this. I just will say this. If I had to choose somebody to be on if I had to choose one person to be on the other line, like it doesn't have to be arguments like towards them, but if it's in any other situation where I feel comfortable talking to my boyfriend about it or even a friend about it, and I'm still seeing other additional things getting added to it, like within the same time frame of it, I rather it be my boyfriend because he and I have been dating for 2.5 years, and we were high school sweethearts, wonders too, and he's seen me get irritated a little bit before, and he knows a little bit of how I kind of am, and so I rather me beginning. I'd rather my temper go. Excuse me, I'm talking too fast. But I'd rather have someone on the phone that gets me and how I am, but also I would rather it be a person to where they're not trying to be aggressive back at me and they're calm during the whole thing. Like my boyfriend, y'all, was so calm during the whole thing. Like he wasn't like he didn't temper back. He didn't yell at me like, "Hey, why the heck are you yelling at me?" Kind of a temper. He was, and even y'all, he was very sweet and also just kind like any man should be in a situation like that. There were a couple times he did check in on me on the call and was like, "You okay, baby?" And just checking on me to see how he was, and I was just telling him, cause I mean, y'all, he heard me a couple times, like he had to witness me those couple times. Just my anger was doing it. And I mean, any of us when we get mad at anything like that, we can't contain it. We can't help that old drama is trying to come back to us in the dumbest way possible. You know? And I will say this, for someone who's 20 and dealing with, and even just dealing with something like this, that some of it can also remind me what it was like years ago, is hideous. And just, and so, um, yeah. My man's a nice person. And so, for example, like I said, that's why I said that I would, if I ever got angry or to the point where I had to lose it, I'd rather someone who's calm and chill be on the other line than someone who will do it back to me. Meaning, they'll try to yell what I'm trying to do back. Like my man is calm enough to where he gets how I feel. He sees on the other line how I feel about what's going on. Because even he's a part of that part, same part of that drama too, but not like a whole lot where he's not paying attention too much, but enough to where he's mainly able to pay attention towards me. Because I'm really at least me out of like mostly everyone in that setting, I'm the one who's more affected by it because um just because of a couple of things for two people out of like a couple of them are the victims in that chat. And like I said, they were from two different situations and all that. One of them was a friend, one of them I was friends with for like 10 years. And y'all, I will say this. They say they say that if you have been friends with somebody for like 10 years or more, that friendship should go well, is what they say. But it's also a saying where if you're in a 10-year plus friendship, that also means you're good friends for life. Well, let's just say the way that went, it went the complete opposite of that. Literally with it was crazy and all that. And so, um, yeah. Um, and so, um, yeah. These 200, yeah. And so, um, yeah. And so one day I remember because I forgot the exact date. It was a good couple months back that it started with one of the people out of the two. Um, but this one girl, um, she and my best friend were talking because even they've become good friends too. Because I introduced her to my friend because we all three kind of met around. I mean, well, she met my best friend a few years after I did because, like I said, we've known each other since 2027. Like, yeah, since 2017, aka since like middle school me, like late to, I want to say first, second year of me. I think first, second year of middle school for me. Just crazy to think about. I need to look back. Actually, I need to look back to my days because I think it could be sixth grade, seventh grade me at that time. Um, and all that. And so, um, yeah, it was crazy. And so, hey there, Kenneth. How are you doing? Um, hopefully you're doing well. But, um, yeah, it was pretty crazy. And so, um, yeah, and so, yeah, so my best friend and her were just talking one day, And I was not even in this situation. Like, I didn't know about this till like later that night when that's good, when my best friend texted me. Well, I think she texted me or called me and told me everything that a lot of it started and all that. Um, but um, hang on. I think I'll be back on Sunday. Okay, cool. Thanks for letting me know there, Ursula. I've got other mods that also are in here too, so don't ever worry if there's ever times that, let's say, if you had to be out for something, you know, I at least am able to have at least a couple of them on too, so we're not completely swamped right now, so thank you for letting me know and all that. And so, um, yeah, but that's where I was at, and so, yeah, so my best friend goes and I think calls me. I think he was either call or texting me, but I think she called me, I think, and told me everything about what happened. And she was saying to me of how they were just texting like normal, and all of a sudden the girl this and then all of a sudden my other friend, which is the victim in the situation, um, she starts talking to my best friend behind my own back, y'all, and starts saying things that were not true about me whatsoever. And get this, y'all, she is only 4 times my age. So she's only about 24 right now, almost 25 for reference. And I'm 20. Yeah. That's kind of the dumbest thing right there. Like, but also here's what's kind of stupid right there. Is she's 24 and acting not mature ish for her age. I'm 20 and I act like I could have been her age or even older than that. And then also my best friend is 21, so a year older than me, but she also acts like she could be my age of the same maturity as well, you know? And so it's kind of ridiculous how yeah, it's ridiculous how some people that can be twice or more than you are sometimes can act like they could be younger than that because of how they act around you. So, yeah, so she acts like a complete fool of herself there and not showing the correct age ability. And that's why I do say on my channel, be sure to act age appropriate. Because let's say you're 20, like me, for example, and you can be acting like you're 30. Just kind of ridiculous, and that's just why I do say that, because you never know who will be coming in here and start crap, you know, or someone can be 15 and act like they're 10, you know, and so, yeah, so for this instance, in my own head, she almost could have acted like she could have been at least 18, at least 18 or 20, or even younger than that, because of how, or way above 24, like maybe 40, 50. And getting into stupidness rather, because all of us at different ages act so different, and so it's ridiculous. But and when my best friend told me everything, I was like, I y'all should have seen my face that time when I first heard everything. I was like, that is not cool, because it's kind of ridiculous though. And the stupidest thing I still think is insane is her and I have known each other for 10 years. That's kind of ridiculous right there. And y'all, how even rare is that? I mean, it's rare for some people to have decentable friendships by the 10-year mark, but for I feel like for me, I mean, I've had good friends so far, but I feel like out of my friends, I feel like she might have been the first possible friend that might have been close to that work. And knowing that she showed her actual true colors right there was a whole complete different. But also she also was very manipulative and also very bossy too. Um sometimes as well. And so yeah, it's crazy. But it's just ridiculous how people can be though. And so yeah, and so I'm glad she's done for because I cannot stand people that just do that to me. And then the second person in the situation was a little bit of a different situation. Um, this person said the weirdest thing was he went and sent me screenshots of he and my best friend's conversation, but just talking over college, and he was telling my best friend a couple of things that had to do with that, and just making himself a complete, who too, out of himself. And with him, I think for reference, he's about, um, I think he's about a year young. Oh, wait, I should know this. Yeah, I think he's about 19, almost 20, I think, for age reference. So for him, it kind of makes sense with age, though, because yeah, yeah, I think he's about 19 because he I know graduated about a year later than I did. And so, um, yeah, cause he was about like a year apart. Like he and I were within a year apart. But I just was a year older than he was, I think, at the time. Ah, and so wow, these are crazy. Good gosh. But um, yeah, and so and also in the past, and for reference, he and I have been friends since like seventh grade. Well, for me, it's seventh grade. Him, it's since sixth grade, since like middle school. But he and I were like back and forth from that going pretty well to, um, but yeah, um, yeah, but it went pretty well from that friendship going from good to it being a little ridiculous, and then just back and forth, and just the simple like little crazies. Hey there, Chloe. Welcome back. And all that. My day's been going good. How about yours? Chloe, but also I'm doing good too, by the way. To answer that question, I just now realized I read that backwards, but I'm doing pretty good though overall. I'm just kind of just hanging out. But hopefully your day's been going well. And all that. Um, but ugh, God, my allergies, y'all. Oh my gosh. I am so sorry to hear about that. That's oh my God. Wow. I am so sorry to hear about that. I am hoping that you get better soon and that you keep fighting because, ooh, that's tough, I will say, and all that. Oh my gosh, stage 4? Oh gosh. Wow, that's crazy. I am so sorry to hear about that, Chloe. And definitely keep fighting, I'll tell you that. and don't lose hope right away, because that's not what you should be doing. Nobody shouldn't be having to think anything less of that and all that. Hey there, um, Nature, I could tell that you're new, so welcome. My foot is falling asleep. Oh my gosh. Y'all, okay, y'all, I hate that sensation. I really kind of do. Like, I hate when any part of the body starts falling asleep on you, whether if it's your foot, your hand, your arm, you name it. For a few seconds, it's the craziest thing. And so I just hate when it happens and all that. Do you have Attack on Titan? Um, no, I don't. To answer your question. Exactly. Um, but um, yes, exactly. Yeah, I mean, I hate when any body part really. It's like you can just be sitting just normal, and that numb, tingly sensation starts. It's like the most frustrating thing ever. Like right now, my foot is trying to fall asleep once again as we speak. It's ridiculous. And so it's crazy. But ugh, it's wild. Oh my god, this one might be starting too. It's like, come on. Yeah, which I just hate when that sensation just happens. It's like, why are you doing that to me? I'm mid sentence. But um yeah, and so yeah, but with my friend and all that with him, it was like back and forth. And at one point, I had him blocked for about a full year. And then, um, I'm glad I had him blocked for a year because after that, he changed for a good while, but then he kind of went back to it. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have you blocked for another little bit just to see if you change properly. And now he's literally in college, which is kind of a ridiculous point and all that. And so, um, yeah, pretty crazy. Mhm. Okay, person I rather not, and that's why I say inappropriate questions. So just be careful of what you're trying to say on here. Cause my mods in here will kick you out for good. I'll just say that right now, the warning. So just be careful of what you say in this chat once, or because even I don't want to have to play victim next, which I better not have to do it. I'm just gonna say, like I said, yeah, I mean it, y'all. Even my mods will tell you that too, because even they've seen me have done it too firsthand a little bit, and I I'd rather not. So thank you, very appreciate it. Anyway, who else am I looking through the chat just to be sure? Because I did see that. Yeah, exactly. Because yeah, I'm like, yeah, it's crazy. Where the heck was that in the chat? Yeah, yeah, this isn't really tough. Exactly. LOL. What do I see? Oh, all these are crazy. Grief. Let's see. Thank you. Okay. Now we're. Oh, wait, hang on. Whoa, did I miss someone's calling up here? I feel like I did. Yeah, dude. Right about here. Um, hey there. Um, oh, hey, my vision's not funny. Um, how about this? Oh gosh, how do I call you? Yeah, let's look at your name as normal. Just the plan for human trafficking and kidnapping. We are so glad he's home and thank everyone for support to get him home in only 3 months from a 47-year sentence. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. Wow. That, oh, that one kid. Mm-hmm. Ladybug, that's a cool name. Mods, why am I silenced? Okay, let's see. Morning. Here. Okay, who else am I looking at in the chat? Oh, mm, have you ever had cold sores before? Um, I'm trying to think. Maybe I don't remember for sure. Watching yourself cool. Alright. Anyway, I'm just looking through the chat as we speak. So, kind of just bear with me for a second. Slide. I like your bangs. Where did where did you buy them from? Actually, I've had them for a good couple of years. And I actually had my mom actually help me do them. And actually, y'all, this kind of gives me a little fun fact for you guys that does with this. Fun fact. At one point in my childhood, I did have bangs for a good little while in my childhood when I was a lot younger. And I decided to bring them back when I was in like middle school. Cause y'all, and I will say this, not everyone will look good in bangs later down the road, but some people can pull them off pretty good, even within years. Like I can still pull them off and look pretty good, especially from my childhood and all that. So from like maybe 3, 4, a little older than me, and all that. So at least maybe 4 and up me. Yeah, maybe 3, 4, or even older years old. Probably timeline. I need to look and see. But I think it's within that window. I would probably say I was. Just crazy. But y'all, that's how much years fly. Just think it that way. But yeah. So here we go. Who is my reading? Let's see. Your bonds silenced. Me and I was nice out. Right, what else do I see? Yeah. Yeah, that was yeah, at one point in my childhood for a good couple years I had bangs and then decided in middle school to bring them back. And I've had them since, which I'm glad I did because it's actually pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie, because because for me, it feels like I have a part of my childhood back after a long time. So, feels like part of my childhood didn't even leave me. I will say that. Um, okay, I'm just giving that comment. But yeah. Hey there, Judd, I can tell that you're new. So welcome. Let's see. Read the name. Oh gosh. Let me see here. Do you believe in Benjamin Franklin? Yeah, I mean, I've heard of the person. I mean, I feel like I've learned about him a bit, like in the past, I think. There, I'm ready to answer your question. Um, let's see here. After my girlfriend went to work, her mom tossed my I keep it. Um, hmm, hang on. After my Well, I mean, you should have probably have went there if I were me in any situation. Just kind of silly of a thing to do. But anywho, who else am I looking at? Okay, whoa. I used to ask when do you It's okay. Trust me. I mean, who knows? Maybe there could be things that could be bad that you're totally good. Trust me. You're not don't think you didn't do anything. Trust me. I would know if you did. I don't know if anybody did. Because they would be that within seconds. So you're totally good. Anyway, you look like Sabrina Carpenter. That okay. Well, that's impressive. Hmm. Well, that's actually pretty impressive. I'm not gonna lie. Hey, at least you said somebody better than me. Hey, at least I'd rather be somebody pretty good than it being someone way off guard. So I'll I'll compliment that. Thanks. It's not yeah. Yeah, I mean, hey, let me say this. I'd rather somebody say I look like somebody good than try to bring up someone who's the opposite of that, or trying to describe me as something, you know. Hey there, Coconut. I can tell that you're new, so welcome. Um, Buddy, I can tell you're new too, so welcome as well. Um, I'm doing well. How about you there? How do I see your name? Anyway, I miss that comment. Hmm. Let's see. Ray J, welcome. That's a cool name. Are you a kid? Because if you are, I'm going to have to subscribe to your video. first of all, I'm 20. Um, and let me say this. Kids will not even be able to go live, and so I will say that just at my end. So I'll just say that. Um, but yeah. But nope, I'm 20, I'm an adult. Like a good oh shoot, what the heck was I doing? Like some of us in here are. But yeah. Man, voice to crack. Okay, I hate when that happens. Good grief. Anywho, who else was I reading? I thought she would have had a British account. Can I please have mod? Autumn, what is your age? Just so that way I can figure out if you're within the age gap. So, for example, if you're anywhere between 13 to 15, I can mod you between 13 to up to, but kind of how I have it on here is if you're 13 to 15, I'll put you under a standard mod, which you only do the first half responsibilities, but then if you're 16 plus, then I'll be able to fully give you all responsibilities from that, but just if you are within limit, though. And then I'll show you how to do that, because there's a way I do mod in my channel just to keep in a good environment. And so, this pre-recorded, not as a fence line, but I just want to know. I do post most of my streams, unless if there's ever a stream that, let's say there's ever a time I'm live and it gets way too crazy, meaning a whole lot's happening at once going on, like so much hate's happening at once, or if it gets way too boring, and then I just cut it off completely. Because, I just do not do that. So, for example, we're doing pretty stable of it being not as chaotic to where I'm having to go through it and all that. Please, I just am wondering. So, hey there. I could tell that you're new. So I could tell that you're new, so welcome. The US, to answer your question. You should stay hydrated. Thanks. Steve, welcome. I can tell that you're new. So welcome. We've got a lot of incoming subscribers coming in. So big shout out to those of you that are coming in here. Oh god, person, I would rather you not say that. But I'm gonna keep moving my comment section. Because I don't get the time of day. Yeah, I'm good. I'm just reading through the comments and all that. Like I would. Because I will read through comments even if it takes me 10 minutes. Honestly. Let me see here. Yeah, what is happening with it? Amen. Sarah, that is a true comment there. Which he's good. Bree. Hey girl, you're so pretty. Aw. Thanks, I very appreciate it. So much. You shouldn't care about others. Negativity and judgment. Y- Thanks. I very appreciate y'all. You were a UK nurse outfit. No, no. This is actually a pajama set I'm wearing. Actually, there's so many. There's a lot of these like really cool pajama sets. They also have like other colors in general. I know too, but I've just been liking the blacks. Cause yeah, I mean I've been seeing a bunch of content creators wear them, and a whole lot of people through social media just wear it. And honestly, it pops my age out really well. I'm not gonna lie. And they're really comfy to wear too. So, for example, these are the shirt and shorts version. There's also a short sleeve dress version and a long sleeve shirt and pant version. So there's a version like this, but it's also thicker. From what I have, like actually right now, I'll say right now, I have um the shirt and shorts, which are just the regular version, and then I have another set that's a different color that's like plaid, like that's like pink, black, and white plaid checker. That's like thick, like the thicker pajama that would be good for like super cold nights, like in the winter timeline. And then I also do have a short sleeve pajama dress that's like this. That's the same color and everything, but just a dress and not a shirt and short version. I did have a long sleeve dress too, but that got too small. So I had to I just got rid of that one completely. But I do like these because they're really comfy and they're also not like the material of them's like super nice and cool. Like they don't keep me as hot, even though I'm not in my 40s or anything, but still. It's just good to keep. It's also nice just to wear stuff that's a little cool, especially in the hot months like summer. Cause y'all, we all know what the heat does. But still, like y'all, today was in the freaking 90s, like mid 90s today. And it was hectic as it was. So it's good to wear stuff kind of like this where it's a little cooler feel and not wear something that's like almost like thick to the point of it's sweating you. Voice crack like crazy. But yeah, let's see here. Who else is my chat? On it if I could mod. Um yeah, you could Autumn, what is your age exactly? I don't know if I saw that or I need to go up and see if you said it. Um because if you're, it's like I said, if you're 13 to 15, I can mod you, but if you're also 16 plus, I can mod you as well. But the difference is when you're 16 plus, I'm able to mod you. Managing mod, which means you can do every responsibility. And then if you're 13 to 15, I only will mod you to um standard mod, which is just timing out people and deleting the responses. So it's just a couple of things and not like the full things and all that. And all I do ask is if you are respectful. I'll just say that for my mods. But a good majority of my mods are pretty good. That's because I am picky about who I mod half the time. In a good way. For my own safety, but for everyone else's safety. Anyway, shout out to so, well, that's cool. Let's see. Ray kids can. Oh, that's crazy. Did not know that. Probably because I haven't seen that in half at least. So, you look like you've Pam, what I read now? You've been told that you do that. So, Aaron, I can tell you're new. How are you doing? Okay, yeah, Autumn, I can totally mod you because you're within the window. Um, so Autumn, kind of what I've told well, I've told one of my newest mods of how to do it, but for you, since you're within our younger group, what you'll do is go onto my channel, go to where it says post, you'll go halfway down, and you'll see a post where it will say for all incoming mods that are ages 13 to 15. And then you'll see the same link, similar to, well, actually you weren't in here, but you'll see a Google form link, and then you'll just fill that out, which are just simple questions and all that. And then when you get done, come back in here and let me know, and I'll check it and then approve it. And then I'll put you as mine, like I've done with everyone else in here. So yeah, just let me know when you are done so I can look at it, because I won't know if you're done if let's say if I already get off here or something and you got done, So yeah, just let me know when you're complete with that and I'll check it. So that way I can account you on here. But yeah, let me look. Man, this just gonna take me forever to look there. But um let's see here. Um User, I can tell that you're new, so welcome. Um James, I can tell you're new too. But yeah. Let's see. Gravy, I can tell you're new too. You're a absolutely stunning, beautiful man. I hope your life is filled with happiness. Thanks, I appreciate it. Adam, I can tell you're new too. Thanks. Okay, I did see your age there, Autumn, which, like I said, the instructions I just put out, um, you know, you can do that and then let me know when you're complete, so that way I can look through it. Um, and so, um, you, I say, thanks there. I'm just in my, I'll say, I'm just in pajamas. I'm just in my PJs and my hair just tied back in a ponytail. Nothing extreme. That's all I'm gonna say. Like, I'm just in this ponytail and just in my dang PJs. Nothing crazy going on. Nothing much. But I very do appreciate it. Let's see here. Um, oh, thanks, Teddy. I very appreciate your comment. I've had these glasses for at least a couple of years. And the funny part, y'all, was one day when I went into Walmart and see if they can take our dang insurance so I can get myself new frames since they're like almost due for it and all that. And since I already had my eye doctor appointment a while back ago and all that, they were needed to be updated like usual every couple years. And so the crazy part is where the insurance that we're on, I guess they didn't really cover it, but something they were able to do was, I was kind of shocked they were able to do this, but I'm glad at least I got something for now. Is they were able to order the prescription frame, the excuse me, lens. My brain can't think straight. But they were able to order the prescription lenses though for them. So luckily, they were able to do part of it. So I was still able to keep these still, but also have something right now. So that way it still gave me something until we get the time to go into somewhere nearby that takes our insurance. But and plus these are like my favorite frames, I'm not gonna lie. Because I like how it's black on top and pink on the bottom. And actually in my head, and I will say that I actually like the color coordination it is too, because I like how it blends on the corners and even like up here. And it really and also and I just like how it kind of gives off a little bit of a dimensional look too. Like it kind of shows perspective wise too. Like it doesn't like it's nothing too crazy, but it's a good enough. It's good enough to where I don't hate it, but also, it's good enough to where I don't hate it, but it's good enough to where it's cool looking and it stands out. And I like that right here it's like a rose gold slash gold toned. And I like that on the sides it's not like super bulky on the side, like super thick and wide on the sides. So the funny part is right now me wearing them on the sides it doesn't feel like nothing's there, which is kind of the best part. Is it feel like nothing? It feels like nothing is there, which is funny. But the rest not in there. It's just how skinnier they are. Kind of feels nice. I'm not gonna lie. But so yeah. Um, But yeah. So. Mhm. How do people sleep with Austin? What kind of question in my own offense is that? I mean, all I maybe can say is maybe it depends on the person. I'll just state it that way. Everyone's different. I'll just say that. But also, but also at the same time though, there is a apparently there's a little bit of science behind that though. Because I've been hearing videos that automatically pop up just saying that are crazy. Well, not like crazy science, but like science to where. Because let's just say, I think things from what I've been hearing about it, I don't do this though, but from like a couple of videos I've heard, is I guess for some people that do not sleep with your clothes on, I guess apparently that's another way for um I guess it's another way of your what's my thought? I heard this in a video, but I'm just trying to rethink it. I think it's where like I guess apparently not sometimes sleeping with your clothes on, I guess helps regulate your body temperature, I guess. That's what I think I remembered hearing. Just crazy. Y'all, science is interesting. But it helps regulate body heat or something like that. And I don't do it because, ugh, makes me crazy. It just makes me nuts. I will say that. Or honestly, kinda I do, but it's not all the way. I'll just state it that way. But, you know, that's me from what I've seen just randomly pop up. And I'm like, what? It's interesting how science works these days. But that's what I've heard. And so I'm really but anyway, So it's okay if I have mod. Yes, you can there, Autumn. All you just need to do is go onto my channel, go to where it says post, then go to, and then on my post tab, you'll scroll down to a post that will say, um, kind of like my all incoming mods, but below similar lines to it is for my mods that are 13 to 15 plus. So your age limit is 13 to 15, and then you'll see a Google form link below that, and then just tap that, fill it out, and then let me know when you get done so I can put you on and all that. That's how it does work, but it's only like a couple of posts down. Like it's not that far, thankfully. Um, but yeah, just that's how it does work. It's just kind of a way I've started to um organize my mods and kind of keep up with it a little bit. And actually, I do remember someone of mine suggested me that idea a while back ago. And I am so glad that person did because literally stuff we've helped keep a little bit of track a little on stuff like that. But um anyway, good grief, this just making this being like 30. Hang on. So, hey there, Phase. That's a interesting name, so welcome. I've never had, let's see, okay. Good. Let's see here. Subscribe. But yeah. Go yourself. Hey there, Emily, thank you for your comment. I very appreciate it. And, who else am I looking at? Tony, good morning from this. It's. Oh wow, that's crazy. But Tommy, I could tell that you're new to this, so welcome. Hopefully you're doing well. Hopefully everyone else in here is doing well too. But I'll be 16 in 3 weeks. Okay. You can wait till you can wait till then too. There's no rush as well. And you know, cuz I'll tell you, and then I'll tell you this, when you're 16, the way that one will work is you'll go down a little further and then you'll see a post on the same section from a year ago that will say for all incoming mods on it, and then do the same thing because there's a link for both of them as well. And so, um, hey there, um, sad. I can tell that you're new. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm an epileptic, though. Which I call myself a 20-year epileptic survivor because, y'all, that's how many years I've had it. AK since I was born. And that's my age, by the way, is 20. And so, guys, I have schizophrenia and I am dyslexic. Oh? Oh, wow. That's crazy. Wow.
I bet that's a lot from the sounds of it. Oh, thanks, Emily. I very appreciate it. Let's see here. Go on, I can tell you're new, so welcome. Let's see, who's been I read in my comments? New music, I can tell you're new too. Welcome. We're getting a lot of new people here. Sylvia, I can tell you're new. Welcome. Bob, I can see you're new. Welcome. Are you a Christian streamer? Well, I'll tell you, I'm a Christian in real life. I mean, not quite, but I mean, I am Christian now. I will tell you that. But hey, I love God with everything. Like we should. So, yeah. Will, I can tell you're new. Thank you. But I am taken. I'll just say, I mean, you can say normal compliments, but just be careful how you're saying it to me. Just wise. Hey there, Joseph, I can tell you're new. Alright, Chloe, you're back. How long do I do lives for there, Chloe? It kind of depends on the time I'm doing it around. Like, it depends if I'm not doing much or anything. Like, for example, at night I kind of do it for maybe an hour-ish or so. Or it just depends on the time I even started. Because, for me, it can vary from like an hour or two or so. Like, right now, I've been doing it for at least an hour and a half. Tony, yeah. Amen. Okay, filled out everything. And if I don't send, and if it didn't send through, it's probably because of my internet. Okay, I will check it here in just a second to see if it went through. And if it don't, then okay, thank you for letting me know too, just in case if I don't see it go through. So, hang on, let me check this chat real quick, because I swear it's gonna take me forever just to read the name chat. Maybe doing so well. Keeping up cute. Okay, hey there. I'm just gonna call you cute because the other words I'm not gonna use. Um, I'm skipping that comment. Thanks. And I'm gonna use the port. And please return here. Anyway, keep voting for. Oh gosh. Let's see. Okay, finally we're getting to my mods. Let's see. Hang on. Yeah, let's turn to guns. Explain the whole. Hand a thumbs up. Oh, hang on. Let me get to your comments so I can pin it. There we go. Okay. Okay, here we go. We have so many people coming in here, so it's hard to keep count. My back's gonna hurt from me bending too. Oh my god. That's kinda what you do when you're my age. all that. So, yeah. Okay, because I said. Okay. Chloe, happy birthday. I did see where you said that too. I'm just also been. Oh my gosh, it is gonna take me so long, and my back's probably gonna start making me crazy. Put me squatting at this angle, which is fine. I might have to go over some people just to get through some of the chat. Did you see my message? Okay. Here we go. I'm just gonna skip through some people because it's hard to even keep count of everybody. Oh my gosh. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna go down to the start because that's hard to keep count of everybody in this chat. Hey there, Artie. I can tell that you're new, so welcome. Yellow, I can tell you're new too, so welcome. And thanks. It's just a normal light brown. I really call it light brown than dirty blonde, y'all. Just because it's more brownish tint. And it's also because I've darkened it a bunch too. And so, at one point I did have it like a dark violet, but then it faded a little bit. I mean, you can kind of see it like very hintly, but not like as much. But it's also because it's faded, and we all know how that goes. It's one of those where it's a lot of like retouching up constantly. And so, oh my god, just checking something in my old mailbox. Anyway, yeah. Um, anyway, Jordan, I can tell you're new. How, man, how do you Yes, I'm from the US to answer your question. Hmm. Yeah. Have you ever had... Okay, we're getting... Okay, how the heck are we going crazy? I'm not gonna interrupt the questions that are happening. Anyway. Yeah, let me just fix my pillow real quick. It's just sit up correctly. Um, which I'm about to send before I start getting my side effects just they keep hitting me. And oh, you know what? For a majority of us that are new here, like I said, for some of you who haven't noticed about me in here, I am a 20-year epileptic. I call myself this, y'all. Which I am a 20-year epileptic survivor. And for those of you that don't know, I was diagnosed with epilepsy when I was born. And for those of you that don't know what it means, it's a narrow brain disorder where the electrical system in the brain malfunctions, and that causes me to have seizures. And sometimes those seizures can get to the point where I'm having to be hospitalized, and sometimes they can get to the point where it also can affect a little bit of my life sometimes. But with management and doing a lot of the things like taking medication and just doing certain things to manage it, then you'll be able to still do what you can. Like, for example, at one point when I was a kid, when I was like almost 2 years old, I had to have intense brain surgery just to save my life and just have chances at living a pain-free life. And doctors did say that there could be a likelihood of me possibly not being able to walk, talk, speak, do anything
thing or two milestones that people my age would be doing. And y'all, look at me now. I say that fully. Look at me now, 20 and a half years later. I'm walking, I'm talking, I'm standing, I'm doing all the things that doctors said might not happen, possibly, within that much. And even I can say this too proudly that today, 20 years later, I have a job. I am living the adult life like any adult does. I mean, sure, there's times I'm having side effects issues due to the meds I take and due to the surgery and all that, but hey, all I can do about that is just do the best I can to manage it and just do what I know to do and just go about my life. But also now I've got um an amazing boyfriend who loves me and who's been there through thick and thin since our senior year of high school. I graduated as of 2 years ago as well from high school, which is also beyond crazy to think about that it's been 2 years ago. So yeah, a lot of things have happened since that point and all that. But hold on. And all that. But yeah. So yeah, where's I just at in my comments? Let's get this straight. Right here. Okay, this is where I left off. Um, yes, it is. It's incredible. Do you think? I don't know what that question. Living proof powering through in the flesh. Yep, exactly. What's the talent of being talent? Let's see. The one still standing. Where Palestinians always crying on the news. Hmm. Let's see. Mm, And so, anyway, um, I wish I had a imagine losing. Oh well. Okay, now I'm to the chat, but yeah, I mean, voice crack again. Dear gosh, that's crazy. And so, um, but yeah, I mean, like I said, now, I mean, yeah, sure, like nowadays, I mean, I get side effects from my meds, but like I said, all I can do about that is just manage it the best I can to my ability and, you know, and just kind of just do my best to get through the day and all that. But yeah, so, um, oh, yeah. Oh my gosh. Bella, hopefully your blood work goes well tomorrow. And hopefully everything is well. Hopefully. Fingers crossed. I remembered um when I remember when I had my annual recently for my just checkup just my normal annual physical just to make sure I was good on everything. With my primary care physician, I brought up and see if they could um test my labs and see because with my side effects and everything I wanted to see if because um when I was because for reference when I also go and see a neurologist every year for my epilepsy and make sure that I'm good on my meds, but also just to be sure I'm still doing good seizure wise and everything. And um just make sure everything's manageable. And I remember he told something at first as like a first step to everything is getting blood work done. And so since he knew that I was already going to schedule my physical with my primary care physician, I he was like, ask and see if they can test your labs and see if there's anything wrong with that before going from there. Because at least in his thoughts, he was kind of he kind of thought that at first it could have maybe been maybe the way the bloodstream maybe could be reacting to the medication that I've taken for half my life at this point and all that. Um, and it seems, oh, excuse me. Um, and it seems like kind of shocking. It seems like almost my blood work seems like it came back decentable, but and plus this year now with me having a job, I really wanted to get it managed the best to my ability as possible because I'm not trying to always deal with a dizzy episode in the middle of work. And I've had already deal with one during um work once already for a few minutes. And I'm not trying to have to constantly put up with all that. And so, um, yeah. And so, um, yeah, but, and so, um, yeah, hang on. Let me, so, hang on. Okay, Autumn, I already went ahead and put you as a mod before I forget to, and I'm already going ahead and just putting you under a mandatory mod, even though you said that you won't be 16 for a couple weeks. I just went ahead and just did that just so it'd be a little bit quicker since you're almost 16, so I'm trusting you to do your job well, like any of my mods on here do. And so, um, yeah. Hey there, Elliot. How are you doing? Man, bro. Anyway, um, yeah. But hang on, let me fix this beer for just a second while I fix my pillows real quick. So hold up. Um, hang on. I'm just fixing my blankets. It's gonna take a second. Thank you. Anywho, that's just what's going on there. But excuse me there. But yeah. Anyway, um, yeah, um, yeah, sting it. But yeah. So, y'all, I'm probably gonna go ahead and call it a night because it's already a good hour since I've came on here. And just to kind of let everyone know a heads up on me in terms of like my schedule and all that for my streams, I stream on here about every other day. So the next time that y'all will see me on here is Saturday. So I'll come back on here on Saturday. So I'll see you guys then sometime. So see you guys out and about. Have a great rest of y'all's day, evening, or night, wherever you guys are from. And yeah.